Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, the state has a witness ready, but I think the defense wanted their expert to be present.
Judge, yes, we had an agreement that we would be notified of when an expert would be testifying, that we are expert to listen in. That wasn't done, and so we're trying to work that right now. We emailed or texted our expert, and we're working on that, but he has not responded as of yet. So I've asked Mr. Burmester if he could move it to the back of the line until I get notice.
That expert is somebody that's physically present in the state of Utah?
Yeah.
Their expert?
Yours?
No, he's going to be remote, WebEx listening in.
Okay. May we take I'm going to let you stretch your legs here for a minute. This may take a minute. Rise for the jury, please. All right, folks, have a seat. Mr. Ramos, tell me, what was your understanding of the deal that you had reached with State's Counsel?
So what we would do is we would be given 24-hour notice of their expert testifying. So we can make arrangements for our expert to either be present physically or listen in to the proceedings.
With the idea that if they're listening in real time, they can send you feedback, suggestions?
Not even that. Well, I mean, obviously I would be able to consult with them if that was the case, but more than anything, so they could listen in to see if they were going to offer anything in rebuttal.
They can do that no matter what. I mean, I can watch the entirety of yesterday's proceedings right now
No,
on
I
Court
understand
TV.
that. That's why I'm saying it's
Yeah.
kind of two-part.
Okay. And then I'm inferring that your position is that who's the expert?
Your Honor, it's Dr. Almer, the medical examiner.
Okay. Was this person on the witness list for, or the proposed list for today?
Your Honor, I guess no, although we had a discussion at the end of yesterday's trial that where were we going after crime scene, and I said, you know, I informed counsel whatever 5 o'clock yesterday that we would be going to medical examiners after crime scene. So it was. It's not. This isn't a shock, but I did not say we will bring in Dr. Ulmer tomorrow.
How long do you think you have in your direct with Dr. Ulmer?
My direct is probably 30 minutes.
Okay. So what if we say we'll do the direct of Dr. Ulmer, which your expert would be able to go back and review during the lunch hour if you need to, and we'll start cross after lunch.
So my only concern is that I'm attempting to get a hold of him to see if he's available right now to view those. So I've sent a text message as soon as Mr. Burmester told me. So that's what I'm waiting on. I have no problem with that, assuming I can get confirmation that he can log on right now.
That's the best I can do.
Say that again.
That's the best I can do.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm expecting Maggie Mobley, who's the morgue clerk. She should be getting here any moment.
You want to slip her in first?
Yeah, if she gets here in the next minute or two, it would
All right.
be no
We
problem.
could, Your Honor, we can also start with Chelsea Gibson. We've been trying to accommodate Dr. Ulmer. She is out of town
Right.
and all the things. And so that's why now. But we have we can start Chelsea Gibson, but I think she's going to be along with.
I don't know if you would.
That's better for us because we get more time to be able to, and that's that is what we expected.
When you say start, though, we would not be able to get her direct completed before lunch, correct?
We will not.
Would we be able to do Ms. Gibson, understanding we need to interrupt direct during lunch and cross her and then get Dr. Ulmer on and off today?
That's the
That's the
state's
concern.
concern, is that crosses have been tending to take longer than direct.
They take what they take, sure.
And I can't say that. I mean, if we were to start Chelsea Gibson,
Let's not do that.
I'd rather not.
My sense is that that's a self-inflicted wound. So, how close is Ms. Mobley?
Ms. Mobley, I'll go back out and check.
Okay. We're going to take a 5-minute restroom break. We'll see what percolates during that 5 minutes. Okay, very good. Mr. Burmester, are we ready for the jury?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we invite the jury in, please. All right, have a seat. Thank you. Mr. Burmester, the state's next witness.
Yes, the state would call Maggie Mobley.
Ms. Mobley, if you step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Have a seat.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Mobley, can you please state your full name and then spell your last name for the record?
Maggie Mobley, Mobley.
Are you employed, Ms. Mobley?
Yes.
How?
I am employed with the Utah Office of the Medical Examiner.
In what capacity?
Right now, I'm a medical examiner's assistant.
Okay. Do you know the term morg clerk?
Yes, that is what I was in 2022.
Oh, okay. So it's a different job assignment, not a
Yes.
rotating one.
Mm-hmm.
Ms.
Okay.
Mobley, may I ask you just to pull the mic a little closer to you? Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So in 2022, you were a morgue clerk.
Correct.
Could you describe what a morgue clerk does?
A morg clerk is responsible for receiving and releasing decedents, as well as answering phone calls and the door.
I see. So, could you tell us just very briefly how a body comes in just generally, and what the procedure is?
So a case will come up in our system. We will make a folder with the decedent's information, and then transport will bring the decedent to us, and that's when we take custody of the decedent, and then we will inventory the decedent's belongings.
I see. So, you say transport. Is that oftentimes a vendor that's contracted with the Office of the Medical Examiner?
Yes.
Okay. In this case, were you working on March 4th, early morning?
Yes.
March 4th? Did you receive the body of Eric Richins on that morning?
I did.
Okay. So, walk us through. The vendor brings the body in. What happens? What happens?
I'm responsible for breaking the seal.
Okay.
As long as the body bag has been sealed, I will take a photo of the seal before it has been broken. I'll record the number of the seal and then take photos of the decedent and his belongings, inventory that on an inventory sheet before putting the decedent in a cooler.
Okay. If there are belongings, are they inside the bag or outside of the bag?
Inside the bag.
I see. And when you have belongings, do they go in the refrigerator with the
Yes.
body?
The belongings will.
The belongings will. Okay. In this particular case, can we see? It's already been offered and admitted, so 10-3.
Any objection to publishing to the jury, Mr. Ramos?
No, Judge.
Okay.
Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
What is that?
That is the first photo I take before the seal. So that is the seal before broken. So it will be sealed on the scene,
Okay.
transported to us, and then that's the first photo I take before opening the body bag.
And did you make sure that this had not been broken
Yes.
into in a different way?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your key number from the Office of Medical Examiner?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you break the seal?
With scissors.
Okay. And then once that's happened, what did you do in this case?
You'll open the bag. We will write down the seal number on our papers for
Okay.
our record.
This is a written checklist or a written
Yes.
form that you fill out?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And then we record the clothing that the decedent would be wearing, any medications that would have come with the decedent, and any identification as well.
Okay. Did you record that in this case?
Yes.
And what did you do with the identification?
Driver's licenses, we make a copy on our copying machine, and those will stay with the folder and the
Okay.
paperwork.
How about any medications or medication bottles?
Yes, we receive those and put those in a locker as evidence.
Okay. And are those made available to the medical examiner doctor who later
Yes,
does an autopsy?
our investigation will take custody of that, and the doctor has access to all of that information.
I see. Upon completion of the autopsy, and if it comes to a point where there's no more need for the physical body, in this case of Eric Richins, what happens next to the body?
With the body, as you mean as a morgue clerk,
Yes.
we would release to a funeral home. In this case, I am unaware.
Okay. Are the driver's license and those sorts of things released to the funeral home as well?
Yes,
Okay.
as long as they were not collected as evidence.
I see. Okay. I don't have any more questions for this one.
Mr. Rose.
Very briefly. Good morning, Ms. Mobley.
Good morning.
We've spoken on the phone before.
Mhm.
Just to get clarification, it was unclear to me in the way the question was asked. When you receive the body, the medications are inside of the bag, correct?
Correct.
And I imagine they're in a separate bag?
They would be in either a paper bag or a plastic bag.
And do you open that bag?
I would not,
Okay.
unless there was a driver's license in the same bag.
And in this case, do you remember if they were separate?
I'm unsure.
Okay. But you knew they were medications.
Yes.
And I imagine the reason, or just tell me the reason how you knew they were medications.
They're in the photo. You
Okay.
can see them.
And which photo was that?
Those intake photos.
Is it just the one that you just took? Or I'm sorry, the one that was just shown to you? Is there a different one?
I am responsible for taking photos when I receive the body.
Okay.
So they are with the body.
Got it. Do you remember the medications in this case specifically?
That's not my job to look.
Okay. I'm going to show you two documents, and just to her, Your Honor. And the first one, I do see I believe it's your initials or maybe even your full name. So we're going to start with that one.
Okay.
Okay. Do you recognize that?
I do.
Okay. And could you tell me kind of what it is?
That looks like a printout of the record that I put the medications in a locker and the chain of custody aspect of it.
Perfect. I'm going to show you another document, okay? Now, do you recognize what this document is?
I recognize what it is, yeah.
Okay. But you didn't do this part?
No.
Okay. One second. is this this document that you're looking at right now, is it related to this case?
Yeah, took it away.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
I'll give her one moment. You can now see.
Yes.
Okay. And is this something that's kept kind of in the normal course of business?
Yes.
Okay. We would move to admit at this point, Judge.
No objection.
I need a number.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll put one
It'll be
on.
3006, Your Honor.
Okay, so any objection to publishing this to the jury, Mr. Burmester?
No, Your Honor, I'll be
You
using
don't
it
need
for
to.
Dr. Ulmer.
No, we don't need to publish it right now, but just
Okay.
as long as it's admitted.
I just need to create a descriptor for Brittany, defense D3006, entitled Report on Prescriptions Found with Body is Admitted.
Perfect. Thank you. No further questions.
Anything further, Mr. Burmester?
No, Your Honor.
You can step down.
Thank you.
You're free to go. Thank you. What's next?
And it's here. Okay. I'll get Dr. Ulmer.
Very good.